This is KUFM News.
This is KUFM News at 1 and first at the headlines. Kenya ranks 4th in bribery index. Show of unity as Kenya National Union of Teachers feels the pressure, and police accused of withholding Mutula death reports.
This is KUFM News.
Welcome, my name is Kepher. Kenya ranks number 4 among countries with the highest cases of bribery in the world. That is according to Transparency International. The survey released yesterday in Berlin said 7 out of 10 Kenyans interviewed by TI Kenya have given a bribe in the last 12 months. That is against a worldwide average of 27%. According to the report, just like everywhere in the world, the police lead in the list of the most corrupt institution in Kenya, followed by parliament, judiciary, the civil service and political parties. At the least corrupt institutions are the media organizations, religious organizations, NGOs and the business sector. An estimated 31% of people who came into contact with the police report having paid a bribe. The report said governments must work to end impunity by effectively preventing, detecting, investigating, prosecuting and punishing acts of corruption. Elsewhere, growing public pressure to end a crippling nationwide teacher strike was behind NAT's show of unity yesterday and an apparent departure from its hardline tone. The Kenya National Union of Teachers (NAT) has come under immense pressure to call off the strike while negotiating its demands. Addressing the nation live on TV on Sunday, NAT Chairman Wilson Sossion said they were yet to agree to take to the stage where the strike can be called off. He also said that NEC had not yet decided to vote on whether to call off the strike or not, and that the strike is still in full force and the engagements with the government are also in top gear. The work boycott by about 250,000 teachers enters its 4th week today, but insider details of yesterday's NEC meeting indicate union branch officials advised their national counterparts it would be premature to call off the strike. And moving on, the report on Makueni Senator Mutula Kilonzo's death is ready, but it is being withheld at the CID headquarters. Some of the pathologists involved in the post-mortem on Sunday said they had finalized their work and submitted their report to the Criminal Investigations Department and could not understand why it had not been released. The 7 pathologists performing the autopsy reportedly found he had serious internal bleeding characteristic with the poisoning before he died. A doctor said the internal bleeding and the finding that all his internal organs were intact had baffled them. Into the world of sports, the Kenya national 15s team once again did Kenya proud as they were crowned the African champions after an emphatic 29-17 victory over fierce rivals Zimbabwe in the finals of the Confederation of African Rugby Tournament in Antananarivo, Madagascar. Barely a month after the Kenya Sevens team established Kenya as the number 4 nation in the world in the shorter version of the game, the 15s team has followed suit and are now the top African nation with the exception of South Africa, who do not take part in the tournament due to their position as the top 3 team in the world in the International Rugby Board's rankings. Team manager Wangila Simiyu said the victory is not only for them but for the entire country, and that they are thankful to the Kenya Rugby Union for their support and the belief in the team. The victory for Kenya not only makes them the African kings of rugby, but also puts them 2 games away from their first ever 15th Rugby World Cup. Kenya will now play Namibia next year in the semi-final of the 1A competition. And that brings us to the end of the KUFM News Hour at 1. Do remember to keep it right here for more news. And you can also log on to our Facebook, that is www.facebook.com/KU99.9FM. My name is Kepher. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
This is KUFM News.